yoga practice will help you feel more strong and stable both in your core and in your joints. I'm Olga Cable, yoga teacher and yoga therapist. Let's begin. Welcome. We will begin on our backs, so take a moment now to transition down to the ground. With your knees bent and comfortably on the floor. Take a moment to get settled. Close your eyes. As you continue to breathe here, bring your attention to your lower back and notice if your lower back is in contact with the ground or slightly off the floor. For most of us, there will be a little bit of space between the lower back and the ground. So take a deep breath here, and then the next time when you exhale, try to gradually press your lower back into the ground. And with the inhalation, release that. Return back into the neutral position. And then as you exhale, gradually contract your abdomen and press your lower back into the ground. Notice how contracting your abdomen helps you press your lower back into the floor. Do that again. Inhale, release the contraction. And with the exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen and press your lower back into the ground. And now let's try to do it intentionally. So next time when you exhale, try to contract your abdomen gradually from the pubic bone toward the navel. And with the inhalation, try to release from the navel toward the pubic bone. So it kind of looks like this. Every time you exhale, you're contracting your abdomen from the bottom toward the top. And every time you inhale, you release from top to bottom. Let's try that a couple more times. Take a deep breath here. And with the exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen as if you're zipping it up from the bottom up toward the top. And with the inhalation, unzip, releasing from the navel down toward the pubic bone. Now let's make it a little more difficult. Now let's try to do the same abdominal contraction action without pressing your lower back down. So maintain neutral spine. Here you can even put your hand under your lower back to kind of see where it is, to limit the movement. Take a deep breath, and with the next exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen from the pubic bone toward the navel, trying to minimize the tilting of your pelvis. And with the next inhalation, release, unzip. And try that again on the exhale, zip it up. Contracting your abdomen, and inhale, unzip. Do it one more time on your own. So this illustrates that we can do progressive abdominal contraction, zip up and unzip with both pelvic tilt, tipping your pelvis backwards, or without, maintaining the neutral curve of your spine. In some poses, we will be doing the pelvic tilt, and in some poses, we will maintain the neutral curve of the spine. So now, go ahead and lift your feet off the ground. We'll do a simple Apanasana pose without using your arms. So take a deep breath here, and with the exhalation, try to use your abdominal contraction to pull your thighs in toward yourself. And with the inhalation, release. Move your legs away from your chest. And with the exhalation again, gradually contract your abdomen and pull your thighs toward yourself. And on the inhale, move them away. Do do that a couple more times just to get an idea of how you can initiate the movement from the center rather than using your arms. We want you to get a strong sense of what it's like to gradually engage your abdomen. Gradually is the key word here. And now go ahead and transition onto your hands and knees. Let's align the wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hip joints. With the next inhalation, lift the chest forward and up, moving it away from the navel. And as you exhale, bring your elbows down first and then move your butt down toward the heels. On the inhale, go up, leading with the chest. Pull it away from the navel. And notice when you lift up, if you have a lot of mobility in your lower back, your pelvis will tend to tip forward, exaggerating the lumbar curve. Okay, so instead of focusing on this tipping of the pelvis forward, focus on lifting your chest forward and up. And then as you exhale, as you move down, progressively contract your abdomen. Moving down, moving your butt down toward the heels, elbows down toward the ground, and forehead down to the floor. With the inhalation, slowly lift up, moving the chest forward and up away from the navel. And with the exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen. Notice how I don't arch my back right off the bat, but rather it's as if you were pulling back through your tailbone. Gradually moving back and then down, contracting your abdomen progressively along the way, and then moving all the way down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lifting up, leading with the chest, and with the exhalation, gradually contracting the abdomen, bringing the elbows down, and going all the way down. Next time, let's add downward facing dog to it. So on the inhale, go back up, lift the chest forward and up, curl the toes under, and as you exhale, contract your abdomen, lift your knees and push your butt back. Let's keep the knees generously bent for now. We're not worried about the hamstrings just yet. With the inhalation, bring the knees back down and lift the chest forward and up. And on the exhale, progressive abdominal contraction, elbows down, butt toward the heels. And let's do that again. Inhale up onto your hands and knees. Lift the chest, curl the toes under. Contract your abdomen as you lift the knees off the ground and push your butt back. Lengthen from your palms into your tailbone. And then bring the knees back down. Lift the chest. And with the exhalation, back down into the child's pose. Next time when you inhale, move forward into the plank position. Align your shoulders over your wrists. You can bring your knees down or keep them raised, whichever one you prefer. And with the exhalation, slowly bring yourself down to the ground. So now we will work with Cobra pose. And for our purposes, we will keep the forearms on the ground, feet about hip distance apart, pelvis anchored. Next time when you inhale, start lifting your upper body up without using your hands. Try to use your back muscles as you lift up. So when you're at the top, you can almost lift your hands off the ground. And with the exhalation, come down, forehead to the floor. And let's do that again. On the inhale, slowly lift up, using your upper, middle, and then lower back muscles without using your hands. And as you exhale, come down. Next time we'll do the same thing, but instead of lifting the hands up, we'll try to pull the hands slightly back without pushing. So let's try that on the inhale, go up, and pull slightly with your hands, moving the chest forward and shoulder blades down, and as you exhale, come down. And let's do that again on the inhale, go up, pull back with your hands, stay here and exhale, anchor through your hips. Notice how we keep the shoulders away from the ears. We're not pushing with the hands, we're just creating a slight pulling motion. And every time we inhale, we try to widen the chest a little bit, moving the shoulders away from the ears. And as we exhale, we ease off a little bit. On the inhale again, lengthen, widen the chest, lift up slightly, using your back muscles, not your arms. And exhale, ease off a little. One more time on your own. From here, push up. Come on down onto your hands and knees. And then slowly bring your elbows down, your butt down toward the heels, coming into the child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. So next time, with the next inhalation, come on up onto your hands and knees, at the same time extending your right arm forward and your left leg back. So let's give that a try. On the inhale, begin to lift up, extending your right arm forward and left leg back, and with the exhalation, move back down. Try to do everything in a coordinated manner. And again, inhale it, and exhale, moving back. And again. Next time we'll stay in the pose. So on the inhale, go up. Stay here and exhale, lifting your abdomen in. Notice how the tendency for you will be to lift the chest up and lift the leg up high. Don't do that. Try to keep your upper body, your arm and your leg parallel to the ground. And every time you exhale, gradually contract your abdomen from the pubic bone toward the navel, creating support for your lower back. Keep your back leg active and glute on the left side engaged. And make sure you're not collapsing into the left shoulder. Long neck in line with the spine. And with the exhalation, move back down into the child's pose and rest there for a moment. Now let's do it again on the other side. With the inhalation coming up, extending your left arm forward and right leg back. Stay here. With the exhalation again, gradually contract your abdomen, creating support. And with the inhalation, lengthen in both directions. Forward and back. On the exhale again, contract. And inhale, lengthen. Make sure that you don't lift your right hip up and don't collapse it either. Try to keep it about leveled with the ground. Glute on the right side is engaged and active. No collapse in the shoulder. Couple more breaths like that. Keep your head in line with the spine. With the next exhalation, move all the way down. Rest here for a moment. Place your hands on the lower back. With the next inhalation, lift up on the knees, sweeping the arms up. Reach up high, and as you exhale, again, gradually contract your abdomen, moving down, and placing your hands on the lower back. And we'll continue with that. Inhale, go up, leading with the chest. With the exhalation, start to move down. Keep your chest raised at first. Gradually contract your abdomen. And then slowly place the chest over your thighs. Twice more on your own. Once you lift up, bring your arms down and step your left foot forward. So we will experiment with the lunge pose here, which is very similar to Warrior One. All the same principles will apply. Let's make sure that the knee doesn't go past the ankle. Hips are facing forward. Place your left hand on your front knee for now. Rest it there. Next time when you inhale, bend your front knee and raise your right arm up. And with the exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen, lower your arm, and move out of the pose. Let's do it again. Inhale, move into the pose. Keep your upper body slightly in front of the hips, and then gradually contract your abdomen, and come out. Do that again. Kind of testing how far we can go, how much the hip will allow. And next time we'll stay there. So go into the pose. Stay here and notice how for some of you the collapse will tend to happen. We tend to dip into the hip. So if that happens, go ahead and let that happen. And with the exhalation, press your front foot into the ground firmly, lifting out of the dip. So now you will feel that your leg muscles are involved and supporting you here. Stay here. You don't rely on your left hand at all, just rest it comfortably over the knee. With the inhalation, lift the chest forward and up a bit. And with the exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen, creating support. 2 more breaths like that. Lift forward and up with your chest when you inhale. Progressive abdominal contraction as you exhale. Nice deep breathing. Now, if you want to take it one step further, for the purpose of strengthening your front hip, you can curl the toes of the back foot under, lift your back knee and lean forward, and then extend the other arm forward as well if you wish. Again, no sagging. Lift. Couple of breaths here. And with the exhalation, bring your hands down. Bring your knee down to the ground. And go into the child's pose. We'll rest there for a moment. Whenever you feel ready, come on up and step your left foot forward. Same idea, we want to keep the ankle slightly in front of the knee, so when we bend the knee, it doesn't go past the toes. Hips are facing forward. Right hand is resting on your front thigh. When you inhale, bend your front knee and raise your left arm up. And with the exhalation, contract your abdomen and come out. Twice more. Again, testing the range in your hip movement. Now stay here. On the exhale, go into the dip. Go as far here as you can go. And then with the next exhalation, press your front foot into the ground and lift out of the dip, contracting your abdomen and engaging your thigh muscles. And we'll stay here, lifting the chest up as you inhale and contracting your abdomen as you exhale. 2 more breaths. With the next exhalation, curl the toes of the back knee under. And if you are up for it, lift your knee off the ground, lean forward, and extend the other arm forward as well. Or not. With the exhalation, place both hands on the floor to the inside of the foot, and then little by little walk your hands to the center. Turn your feet so that they are parallel to each other, and bend down. Keep your knees soft. Keep your hands on the floor or your ankles, wherever you like. With the inhalation, bend the knees and pull them apart, lifting the chest. And as you exhale, extend the legs best you can and bend forward. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, deep squat. And exhale, bend down, relax your neck. Next time when you inhale, bring your arms out to the sides, lead with the chest, and lift up into standing. Reach up high, and as you exhale, bring your arms down. Whenever you feel ready, turn your left foot out and your right foot slightly in. Do your best to keep your hips facing the wide side of the mat. With the inhalation, bring your arms out to the sides, creating nice width through your chest, and try to maintain this width when you bend sideways with the exhalation. It doesn't matter how deep you go into the pose. On the inhale, go back up. And do that again on the exhale, bend sideways, look down. Do your best to keep the chest wide, and on the inhale, up. If you notice that your chest wants to collapse forward and your top shoulder wants to move forward, just limit the range of motion. Don't go as deep. Even this is better. So with the exhalation again, contract your abdomen, move into the side bend, and inhale, come out. Next time we'll stay there. Go into the pose. Next time when you inhale, try to create nice width through the upper body. Look up. As you exhale, contract your abdomen, creating stability in the posture. And continue to breathe like that, widening the chest, reaching up toward the ceiling as you inhale, and contracting your abdomen, creating stability and support as you exhale. Next time when you exhale, slowly bend your front knee. Place your elbow or your forearm over the knee without collapsing in the shoulder. And on the inhale, take your top arm over your head. Try to create a nice long line from the back foot into the shoulder, into the fingertips. You can look down or look up, depending on how your neck feels. Every time you inhale, lengthen through the right side of the body. And every time you exhale, contract your abdomen. Check on your left shoulder, make sure we're not collapsing there. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can slide your left elbow to the inside of the knee. Make sure that you don't start hanging in your hip joint here. And with the next inhalation, come on. Bring your arms down. Turn your feet so that they're parallel to each other. Close your eyes for a moment. And then we'll take it to the other side. So turn your right foot out and your left foot slightly in. Press your feet firmly into the ground. Bring your arms out to the sides. And again, keeping your chest nice and wide. With the exhalation, move down into the side bend. Look up or down depending on your neck. And inhale, come up. Do that twice more, contracting your abdomen. Avoid collapsing your chest. We'll stay here. Widening the chest as you inhale. Engaging your abdomen as you exhale. And then next time when you exhale, look down and bend your front knee. Place your elbow over the knee and carry your left arm over the head. Check on your right shoulder, make sure we're not collapsing there. Nice length through the left side of the body. Strong right hip, right thigh. And for a little extra, you can slide the elbow to the inside of the knee. But continue to lift the left side of the body toward the ceiling. Press your feet firmly into the ground. Go up. Bring your arms down. Turn your feet so that they're parallel to each other. Close your eyes. Let's take a couple more nice deep breaths here. And then little by little, move your feet closer together. Let's place them about hip distance apart. And we'll explore bending forward now. So next time when you inhale, bring your arms out and up. With the next exhalation, soften your knees a little bit. Begin to contract your abdomen as you start to bend forward, keeping your lower back in a fairly neutral position. Continue to contract and then gradually release, relaxing the neck. With the inhalation, bring your arms out to the sides, lead with the chest, return into the neutral lumbar curve at about halfway, and continue to go up. And let's try that again. Soft knees, gradual abdominal contraction, supporting your lower back on the way down. And on the inhale, arms out. Lift the chest up first, returning into neutral lumbar curve, and then using your legs, assisting with your legs to go up. And again, contraction from the pubic bone toward the navel. And lifting. Stay at the bottom now, take a couple of breaths here. Keep your knees bent as much as necessary. Relax your neck. And then little by little, transition down onto your hands and knees. From this position, we will place the forearms on the floor, trying to keep them about parallel to each other, making sure that the neck stays in a neutral position, and then one by one we will extend the legs back. So for starters, let's keep the butt up pretty high here. Try to align your shoulders over your elbows, and then test it out here. What we want to avoid is the collapse in the lower back, so make sure that you contract the abdomen, pull it in, and then try to lower your hips down, about to the point where we can create a nice long line from the top of the head into your heels. If staying here feels like it's too much for you or your hips tend to droop, it's better to raise the hips up a little higher and work on this. Wherever you end up, here or here, every time you exhale, work on progressive abdominal contraction. And on the inhale, try to keep your spine and your legs as long as possible. Neutral neck. No collapsing in the shoulders. And slowly bring your knees down, lie down on your stomach, and place your hands on the lower back. With the next inhalation, we'll be lifting the chest, sweeping your right arm forward and raising the left leg up at the same time. Full deep breathing. Let's give it a try. On the inhale, lift the chest, sweep your right arm out and forward as you raise your left leg up. Hips stay anchored. And on the exhale, bring everything down, bringing the right side of the face to the ground. Same on the other side. Full deep breath, keeping the head in line with the spine. And back down. Continue like that, following the rhythm of your breath. Keeping your pelvis anchored on both sides. After you finish, place your forearms on the ground. Once again, make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. And put your feet together. With the next inhalation, lift your upper body up and your legs, moving your feet wide apart. And with the exhalation, bring everything down, feet together, forehead to the ground. And again. Keep your hips anchored on both sides. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Next time we'll try to stay up and move the legs out and in 2 to 3 times. Move them toward each other. Try to match them so that they're exactly next to each other. And on the inhale, move them apart. Exhale together and inhale apart. And come down as you exhale. Rest here for a moment. And then whenever you feel ready, roll onto your back and hug your knees to the chest. You can move the legs back and forth a couple of times, keeping your breathing nice and deep. And then make sure that the back of the neck feels really long so that the chin is tucked slightly in. Extend your arms along the body. And then next time when you inhale, bring both arms over your head and straighten both legs up toward the ceiling, best you can. Stretching up through the heels. And on the exhale, come back down. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale, raise the arms and extend the legs. The back of the neck is long. And back down. You don't have to extend the legs all the way. Just do your best. And then we'll add a little bit of a core work here. So you have a couple of options. You can extend your legs up, keep them straight, and then with the next exhalation, contract your abdomen, lift your upper body, and reach forward with your hands. What tends to happen here is the pulling with the head, so try to avoid that. If you feel that this is happening for you, just put your hands behind your head and support your head here. But wherever your hands and your head are, our main work is to work on contracting, shortening your abdomen between the sternum and the pubic bone. So every time you exhale, try to shorten it a little bit. And inhale, slightly release. If this feels like it's too much for you, you can always bend the knees and do the same thing. And then release. Bend your knees, bring your arms out to the sides, and with the next exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen, bringing your knees down to your right and turning your head in the opposite direction. On the inhale, lift the knees up. And as you exhale again, gradually contract your abdomen and take your knees to the other side as you turn your head to your right. And then back up. Continue like that. Do your best to keep the knees as close together as possible. Do your best to avoid the sliding of the knees against each other. Gradual abdominal contraction. Try to avoid collapsing, falling into the pose. We need control over the movement here. Let's stay here for a breath or two. With every exhalation, focus on gradually contracting your abdomen and trying to slide your top knee over the bottom one, stacking them over each other best you can. On the inhale, ease off a little bit. As you exhale again, contract your abdomen and slide the top knee over the bottom one. If it creates any sort of tension in your shoulder, in your left shoulder, just slide your hand down. Or you can even rest your left hand on your hip, whatever feels best for you. Next time when you inhale, lift your knees up. And with the next exhalation, we'll take them to the other side, to your left. Same idea. Every time you exhale, contract your abdomen and try to stack your right knee over the left one, best you can. Inhale, ease off a little. As you exhale, continue to work on that again. Next time when you inhale, lift your knees up. Roll onto your side and transition into the seated position. We're going to extend the legs in front of us, keeping the knees generously bent. Next time when you inhale, lengthen up through the top of the head. Keep your hands on your legs for now. And with the exhalation, gradually contract your abdomen as you lay your body over your thighs, and then relax your neck. With the inhalation, lengthen through the top of the head, peel the chest off of your legs first, and then go all the way up. And with the exhalation, move back down, gradually contracting your abdomen. Bend the knees as much as you need to be able to place your chest over your thighs. Lengthening and going up. If you want to take it one step further, you can include the arms as well. So on the inhale, you can raise your arms up. Keeping the lift in the chest, gradually contract your abdomen, placing your belly over your thighs and then the rest of your body. Relax the neck. On the inhale, reach forward, lengthen, peel your chest off of your legs first, and then go up. And let's do that again. Make sure that you don't pull the shoulders up. Lengthen and lift. One more time. And this time we'll stay here. Go ahead and thread your arms under your knees. If you end up still pretty far away from your thighs, your chest will tend to collapse. So to avoid that, bend your knees even more, lengthen your spine, and then lean your body, your belly, over your thighs and stay in that position. And then from here you can experiment how much you want to extend your legs without losing that contact between your body and your thighs, and without tensing the shoulders. Every time you inhale, try to lengthen a little bit from the tailbone all the way up into the top of the head, and with the exhalation, release. And again on the inhale, lengthen slightly, and exhale, release. It's a very subtle movement. A couple more breaths like that. Next time when you inhale, reach forward, lead with the chest and go. And then bring your arms down. Lie down on the floor with your knees bent. Let's keep the feet about hip distance apart. We'll do the bridge pose with one arm movement. So next time when you inhale, slowly roll your hips up as gradual as you can, raising your right arm over your head. And with the exhalation, roll down, moving the arm down and turning your head away from the moving arm. Same on the other side. The left arm goes up, the head returns to the center. Lift the hips. And then move the arm down and turn the head away. This is for your neck, along with other things. And again. As gradually as possible. Bring your head back to the center. Make sure that the back of the neck feels nice and long. Anchor down through your hips. And this time we're going to roll up without the arm movement and stay up for a few breaths. So next time when you inhale, slowly roll up. Make sure that the back of the neck feels long. You can move the shoulders even a little further away from the ears. Try to keep your feet down equally. And continue to work with progressive abdominal contraction on the exhalation. And the next time when you exhale, slowly roll down. Hug your knees to the chest. And do a couple of circles. When you finish with those, place your feet down on the ground. And then make your way into the comfortable resting position of your choice. You can keep your knees bent if you like and rest them against each other. Or you can extend your legs down or any other position that feels comfortable to you right now. We'll stay here for a couple of minutes, focusing on keeping your breathing nice and deep. Making sure that every time you inhale, both your chest and your belly expand. And with every exhalation, both your belly and your chest deflate. And try to keep a nice, steady rhythm of the breath, while the rest of the body continues to relax. Take a couple more nice deep breaths here, please. And then whenever you feel ready, bend your knees one at a time. Roll onto your side. And little by little, transition up into the comfortable seated position of your choice. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit on a block, blanket, chair, whatever you prefer. Once you get settled here, bring your attention to your breath. Try to keep your breathing deep and steady. Every time you inhale, imagine yourself lengthening up through the top of the head, creating length through the entire spine from top to bottom. And with every exhalation, imagine hugging your waist in toward the center, not just the front of the body, but also the sides and the back. On the inhale, create length. And as you exhale, hug your waist in. Again, inhale length. And exhale, hug. Continue to breathe like that. And then let go of that. Continue to breathe comfortably. Make sure that you maintain some of the height. Don't collapse your spine. And for the next few breaths, stay aware of this upright position. Notice how tall you are and how supported you are at the center in your core. With every breath, continue to cultivate that sense of stability and being centered. You can stay here for as long as you like. And thank you for joining me today. Namaste.